Right, good morning. Today we're moving on to grade 3 theory, which is sort of intermediate level. So if you understood everything on the intervals chapter yesterday, sort of grades 1 and 2, about seconds, thirds and fourths, then it's now time to move on to some more complicated intervals. And this will really help you, especially if you're a jazz pianist and not quite understanding what a G7 is from a G Maj 7. This will help you with that, so keep watching. Okay, so we'll start off with good old C major again because there's no sharps and flats. So yesterday we spoke about this being a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh octave. Now you're moving on at grade 3/4 to the names of the intervals themselves. So, because D is in the major scale, it's called a major second. Because E is in the major scale, it's called a major third. We move to the sixth for a second, major sixth, major seventh, and then you've got your octave. Now the octave, the fourth and the fifth, it doesn't matter whether you're in a major scale or a minor scale, here's the fourth and fifth, they remain unchanged. So the perfect intervals are those that remain unchanged during a major or a minor, it doesn't matter. So obviously the octave is perfect, you always end on the octave. The fourth is perfect and the fifth is perfect. So we'll take a screenshot of this map if that helps you. Perfect, obviously first or octave. And you can have a major or minor second, major or minor third, major or minor sixth, major or minor seventh. Okay, so how do I know if it's perfect or if it's major or if it's minor? Well, let me give you an example. Here's G to D. So first of all, like I said yesterday, the golden rule is always work out the number first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know it's some sort of fifth. So here it's in a G major scale, it's definitely going to be a perfect fifth because that's what a fifth is called. It's called perfect. Doesn't change. Even if you were in the G minor scale, it doesn't change. Therefore it's called perfect. Always work out the note from the bottom one to the top one. Look what happens if I go down to D and start working backwards. 2, 3, 4. That would give me an incorrect answer in a theory exam. You start with the note on the bottom and you work up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a perfect fifth. Okay, what about this one? D major scale. So you've got D, E, F sharp. So D to F sharp would be, what's the number? 1, 2, 3. So it must be a third. Is F sharp in a D major scale? Yes, it is. So it's a major third. Got that? Now I can't emphasize enough how important it is to know your major scales. Whether that's the way we learned it as kids, which was to memorize it, or whether you're using my formula, tonic, etc., tone, tone, semitone, it doesn't really matter as long as you learn it, because if you get into a key signature in your piano lessons or your guitar or whatever that you don't know, then you've got the theory behind you to say, oh, that's got 4 sharps, that's probably going to be E major. Okay, here's another interval. Let's do D. This is my dodgy note again on this piano. D to B. So work out the number first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's in the D major scale, so it must be a major sixth. Okay. If it was in the D minor scale, or if it was a slightly smaller interval like D to B flat, it's still a sixth. And again, I'll come on to that in a separate lesson because I don't want to blind you with science in one lesson. But we've got a major sixth. If it's smaller than a B, if it's a B flat, it's going to be a minor sixth. Here's another one. C to D, major second. C to D flat, minor second. Now, as I was saying in yesterday's lesson, you couldn't call that C to C sharp. You have to call it C to D flat because it has to have a distance. So C to D is a second. C to D flat, minor second. Major second is larger, minor second is smaller. Major third, minor third. Major sixth, minor sixth. major 7th, minor 7th. And then the 4th, 5th and octave don't change. So I hope this little map is enough for you today to get on with your theory homework. If you're working your way through the Associated Board theory books, obviously we've got them on Meteor Tutors resources page if you don't know where to get them, but they're pretty user friendly nowadays because they've changed them quite a bit. So if you notice the front cover of my video, the thumbnail has got the picture of the theory book in it. So yeah, crack on and enjoy today.